Imagine a scenario where the independence of the Federal Reserve, a cornerstone of economic stability, is threatened by a single presidential decision. This is the alarming situation unfolding as President Donald Trump seeks to remove Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position. But here's where it gets controversial. Trump's move, if successful, could set a dangerous precedent, potentially undermining the Fed's autonomy and sparking a heated debate about the balance of power in economic policymaking. Lisa Cook, a nominee of President Joe Biden, has found herself at the center of a legal battle that could reshape the relationship between the White House and the nation's central bank. On Thursday, her legal team urged the Supreme Court to reject Trump's request to fire her, while her lawsuit challenging the removal is ongoing. They argue that granting Trump's request would eviscerate the independence of the Federal Reserve Board, a principle long cherished to shield monetary policy from political interference. Trump's push to remove Cook stems from allegations of mortgage fraud related to properties in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Atlanta. She vehemently denies these claims, and Michigan officials have stated there is no evidence of wrongdoing. Despite this, Trump has pressed forward, citing these allegations as grounds for her removal. But is this truly about fraud, or is it a thinly veiled attempt to influence the Fed's interest rate decisions? Trump has publicly criticized the Fed for not cutting rates as aggressively as he'd like, and Cook recently participated in a decision to lower the benchmark rate by a 0.25 percentage point. And this is the part most people miss. Earlier on Thursday, a bipartisan group of economic heavyweights, including every living former Federal Reserve chair, former Treasury secretaries, and ex-chairs of the White House Council of Economic Advisers, filed a brief urging the Supreme Court to deny Trump's request. Their collective voice underscores the gravity of the issue. If Trump succeeds, it could open the floodgates for future presidents to remove Fed governors based on political disagreements rather than legitimate cause. The core legal question is whether Trump has met the for-cause requirement outlined in the Federal Reserve Act to justify Cook's removal. Her lawyers argue that the allegations against her are flimsy and unproven, conveniently surfacing after Trump's public criticisms of the Fed's policies. They contend that the Supreme Court should uphold established precedent and protect Cook's right to due process, including notice, a hearing, and judicial review. But what if the court sides with Trump? While Cook could theoretically be reinstated if her lawsuit ultimately succeeds, the damage to the Fed's independence might already be done. Her lawyers warn that without meaningful checks, any president could remove a governor based on manufactured charges, eroding the very foundation. Is Trump's move a legitimate exercise of presidential authority or a dangerous overreach? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.